Hello, everyone. Welcome to spooky season. Ignore the fact that the chat says that I'm streaming Dressmaker. I forgot to change the category on Twitch, as always. Welcome. I just realized that it is October. I have a totally perfect excuse to play Gabriel Knight, Sins of the Father, for spookiness. Woo. And I decided to play it on a day and time when I don't normally stream because I want to keep up with my usual streaming of the King's Quest series, which I'm doing Sunday nights to Monday morning, midnight Eastern Standard Time. But I'm very excited. I tested this out to make sure I got all of the sound working and stuff. So let's play Gabriel Knight, Sins of the Father. Start. Just going to hover here on the introductory scene for a bit because this music is an absolute banger. Robert Holmes, you genius. Hold on to your butts. Yeah! You can't tell because I'm using the PNG tuber, but I am rocking out right now. Hello, Yeti. Welcome in. Oh, this music is so good. So good. Yeah. It's so 90s, and I love it. Getting owned by overworking. Have fun today? I will. I'm playing Gabriel Knight. I'm going to have so much fun. Hello, Toasted Dojin. Welcome to the dance party. This music's so good. I almost don't want to go into the game. The music's too good, but I probably should do that. All right. Intro. Like, look at this art. This is beautiful. I say this in most of the early 90s VGA Sierra games that I play, but these games are gorgeous. Game design, Jane Jensen. Yeah. Lead programmer Tom DeSalle. Well done, John Schroeds. Oh, the music's so good. games, you end up seeing a lot of the same names in the credits every time. This game you don't see a lot, like it's not a lot of the usual crowd. But man, they brought their A game to this one. So good. Hollywood voice production. Ooh. Stuart M. Rosen, thank you for bringing Tim Curry into this, featuring the voices of Tim Curry as Gabriel Knight, Mark Hamill as Detective Mosley, Leah Remini as Grace Nakamura, Virginia Capers as a narrator. I love her voice. Michael Dorn as Dr. John, Lieutenant Worf. Leilani Jones as Malia Getty. Ephraim I didn't realize he's the voice of Alfred in Batman the Animated Series. I'm just rocking out. Yay, Jim Cummings, Winnie the Pooh. He's also Boris in Quest for Glory 4. So he's done at least 2 Sierra games that I know of. Okay, the music's dying down. Oh, we must be getting to the end. Yeah. Day 1. I dreamt of blood upon the shore, of eyes that spoke of sin. The lake was smooth and deep and black, as was her scented skin. Good morning.
I bet. Just a minute. It lives, I see. Do you want to speak with Lolita? I'm sorry, but Gabriel is allowed. Oh, I mean, he's out. Yeah, if he ever comes back, I'll tell him. You know, you could do better. I know I don't know you, but you could do better. Sure. Bye-bye. Good morning. The phone's been ringing off the hook all morning. Let me know when you want your messages.
Yeah.
Gee, you're lively. Did you have another nightmare last night?
Sort of.
I told you it's that voodoo book you're researching. That stuff can seriously screw up your karma.
I'm sure that's it. Maybe I should write a horror novel on passive resistance instead.
So don't sleep. It's your body. Anyway, your handheld tape recorder came today.
Really? Great.
This is one of my favorite parts of the game.
I can't wait
that
to
every
see what
conversation
human rights
is
you violate with this one.
recorded.
I can't wait to violate them. For example, if you would just let me...
And I located some local voodoo references for you. Dixieland Drugstore and the Historical Museum of Voodoo. Both are right here in French Quarter.
How would I ever manage without you?
You wouldn't.
You? Give me a break. The devil himself couldn't change you.
Well, if the devil had great legs, perhaps, like yours.
And a
Smack.
riveting personality, I'm sure. Well, if you need any more research done, just ask. It's not as though we're swamped with customers.
Yay! So this is Gabriel Knight. I love this game. This is one of the most cinematic, story-driven games in sort of the Sierra oeuvre, I guess. I can't think of a normal word. I have to use a weird one, apparently. It's Jane Jensen is a legit novelist. If you ever get a chance, check. I don't remember what it got renamed to, but Millennium Rising was an excellent book. Hey, 32-bit kid, welcome in. Yeah, it got renamed to something else after the Millennium, but it's a fantastic conspiracy book. And weirdly, the conspiracy in it is nearly the same as the conspiracy in the first Kingsman movie. I don't know if that's on purpose, if one of them was inspired by the other, or it was just a case of convergent storytelling, but it's a very similar plot. But I love this game. I love it so much. All right. So this is the most complex UI that any Sierra game has got. We don't just have our walk and look and touch. We've got two options for talk. We don't just have hand, we have open, we have interact. I think this is push. We also have the tape recorder. So every conversation, interrogation we have gets recorded here, as well as some other things for plot purposes. So let's look around.
Don't mind if I do.
Do what?
Oh, nothing.
3 snakes in a skull. Gabriel's father painted it.
What a wacky offbeat kind of guy Daddy was.
Handsome, isn't he?
Continuing the Sierra trend of looking at yourself and going like, yes, I look amazing.
The magnifying glass is a handy item for reading old manuscripts or the fine print on Gabriel's lease.
Well, you gotta take the magnifying glass. Does this take?
Mind if I borrow the magnifying glass?
No, Sherlock. Just bring it back when we get the next estate shipment.
No problem.
Oh, I just realized a problem. I actually have that as an alert. So I'll have to be paying attention to what's going on. Make sure I'm not missing out on things happening in chat. What's this?
There's a pair of tweezers on the counter. Grace uses them for book repair work.
I'm gonna take the tweezers for a bit.
Good. You're beginning to look a little scruffy.
Just trying to make you feel at home.
What else? Actually, I think there is a setting. You can leave that just open up at the top.
Grace likes the little banker's lamp. She has the soul of an accountant. The books on the desk all need repair work. The books on the table have been chosen for their special appeal. Recent fiction by the biggies. In other words, nothing written by Gabriel. Blessed caffeine. Today's newspaper is on the counter.
But I'm going to read that. Actually, I'm going to see. Oh, I don't have an option to increase the speed in this one. All right.
Times-Picayune, dated June 18, 1993. The front page has an article about the voodoo murders. The article says that the victims are all identified as members of the underworld. The general public of New Orleans is in no danger. Police claim the so-called voodoo trappings found at the crime scenes are fake, a scare tactic, and that the murders are not associated with any genuine practitioners. Gabriel also scans the Aquarius horoscope for the day. Potential storms ahead. Proceed with caution and do not get involved with anything new at this time.
Right.
Don't get involved with anything new. Well, I guess I can't play this game then. No, that'd be silly.
My kidney's already floating, thanks.
Gabriel finds those popular authors very mediocre. As though they would care. Under the window are reference books, dictionaries, foreign language dictionaries, quotation books, and others. Gabriel borrows them often when he's writing. Under the...
Wrong button. That one.
Gabriel leafs through a German-English dictionary.
Let's see, Mittag means midday, noon.
Gabriel leafs through a German-English dictionary.
Spiel means game. Interesting.
Gabriel leafs through a German-English dictionary.
Himmel means heaven. Uh-huh.
Gabriel leafs through a German-English dictionary.
By the end of this, we will all be
Dry
fluent.
means 3.
Gabriel leafs through a German-English dictionary.
Besessen means possessed. That's handy to know.
Gabriel leafs through a German.
Wonder how many words there are here.
Dictionary.
Drachen means dragons. I wonder if Mosley would know he was being insulted if I called him Drachenbread.
Gabriel leafs through a German-English dictionary.
Let's see.
Okay.
Mittag means midday, noon.
Anything
The
over here?
history books on that shelf don't interest Gabriel at the moment. The history... Gabriel's had all those books in the bathroom and doesn't care to read them again.
You know the whole dictionary because you're German. So German here. German. Yep. So, okay. So you're ahead of the game on this one, Shivananda.
Gabriel selects a volume of German poetry that he always found strangely compelling.
Drei Drachen. Drei Drachen kriechen in meinen Schlaf. Die Ziele wollen sie lebendig zum Fraß. Feurigen Atems, gespaltener Zunge, genießen sie jedes Mal.
That's nice. Kinda creepy, though. Who's the author?
Heinz Ritter. I'm not sure what it says, but I get the feeling the guy was one sick puppy.
Yay, points. Oh, it's so nice to be getting points again. Oh, I'm so glad to be done with King's Quest 8. Okay, anything else to look at around here?
That shelf holds used copies of the Dime Strife series, secrets of unsolved ancient UFO mysteries and such. They just leap out the door.
I love that reading. They leap out the door.
The top shelf contains a set of German books that once belonged to Gabriel's grandfather.
All right, let's talk with Gracie. Hello, Gracie.
So, what's new, Grace?
Your use of mathematics, for one thing. These books are unbelievable.
What can I say? I refuse to be bound by rules.
The strap marks on your bedpost speak otherwise.
Okay, I last played this when I was in my early teens. Some things might have gone over my head. All right, let's do the interrogation.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
I love this conversation interface. This and the Quest for Glory series and Laura Bow are the only three Sierra series that really have conversations that like the player is in control of. Most other Sierra games, it's just you click the talk icon until you can't click the talk icon and no more. But this one, you actually have to like select what you're going to ask about. The bedpost also went over his head. Well done. Well done. All right. The most classic line of the game.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
I didn't know much of anything about it until you started researching it for your book. Now I know that it's active in the city. There's that shop and museum. It can clearly be dangerous in the wrong hands. You should be careful investigating it.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Just what I read in the paper, same as you.
Reading things in the newspaper. Truly, this was the 20th century.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Well, I've only been here 2 months, but I love it. It's so much more alive than any place I've been. It feels like anything's possible here.
Tell me about yourself, Grace.
Yeah, right, Knight.
I mean it.
What do you want to know?
Okay, so now I have options to ask like sub-questions.
How come we haven't gone out yet?
Well, I'm still waiting around for that lobotomy. As soon as I get it, I'll let you know.
I love Grace so much. I love her.
What do you do after work?
Well, I either go to my oil painting class or my Tai Chi. You know that.
You know, you can go overboard with this improving yourself stuff. You don't want to alienate us mere mortals.
I suppose I should just allow my mind and body to atrophy.
Works for me.
Important question.
How old are you?
Old enough to know about men like you.
Heh.
Just tell me anything at all.
I just got my master's in history and classics. My folks wanted me to go on right away for my PhD, but 18 years of school was enough. I needed a break.
How do you like working at St. George's Books?
Well, it's not exactly a huge intellectual challenge. Although the math in your record books could confuse Einstein. Still, I love old books, and it's a nice way to pay the bills while I explore the city for a summer. If you ever pay me, that is.
Just tell me anything at all.
I came to New Orleans because I'd read so much about it, and I thought, spending a few months here would clear my head.
Just tell me anything at all.
I've always wanted to do something really adventurous, Something real life. I'm sick of libraries and lecture halls.
Just tell me anything at all.
My folks are traditional Japanese. I don't even remember Japan myself. I was 3 when we came to the States.
Just tell me anything at all.
I've been studying Tai Chi for 10 years. It's a very spiritual discipline. I'm sure discipline of any sort is something that would appeal to you, Gabriel.
Every opportunity she gets little barb in. In the book, Grace is described as doing the New York Times puzzle crossword correctly in pen.
Just tell me anything at all.
My folks want me to get married to a boy back east, Mark Kobayashi. His parents are traditional Japanese too. I might eventually, but right now...
Just tell me anything at all.
I came to New Orleans because I'd read...
Okay, so we're looped around there.
Nothing, I guess. Never mind.
Suit yourself.
Messages.
Do you have messages for me?
Dana called, and Susie left a message about a lawsuit.
Awesome.
Okie dokie. There's more when you want them.
More messages.
You have more messages for me?
Your grandmother called.
I keep meaning to get over there. What did she say? Did she sound good?
She sounded great, and we had a nice little chat about you.
Grace.
Don't worry. I didn't go into detail about your cardinal sins. Not that anything about you could surprise her. She adores you anyway.
She's my girl.
But she said to remind you to stop by and go through your father's things.
Okay.
Points.
Do you have more messages for me?
Here's a strange one. You got a call from someone named Wolfgang Ritter? He said he was calling from Germany. He told me it was urgent, maybe you should give him a call.
Call Germany, like hell. If it's really important, he'll call back.
Well, fine. Let's just hope he's not with the German lottery for pitiful American authors.
Do you have more messages for me?
Your friend Detective Mosley called. Talkative, isn't he?
Especially with you. What do you want?
He left an interesting message. He told me to tell you that his mother's maiden name is Humphrey. Oh, that's Humphry.
Fascinating.
And that he left some photos for you at the station, at the front desk.
It's about time.
Gabriel, those photos wouldn't have anything to do with the voodoo murders, would they?
Now, why would you say something like that?
Because I know you. You're getting privileged information, aren't you? Did you tell him you'd put him in your new voodoo book?
A writer has certain relation to his readers, you know.
Gabriel, you know you'll never put him in your book. Your main character is a female orthodontist. You're gonna be reincarnated as a pit bull if you keep screwing with your karma.
As long as it's a male pit bull with a really big...
That's enough. Thanks. Anyway, that's all the messages. Thank God.
Points! Alright. I don't think I have anything to ask her to research about right now, so I'm going to leave that. Now, if I go into my tape recorder, got all the conversation recorded there. I just love that because my memory, not so good. We slowly walk across the room.
See you later.
Don't hurry back on my account.
So we have our fast travel map. Let's see where we got. Police station, Napoleon House, Jackson Square Overlook, Jackson Square, St. Louis Cathedral, Historical Voodoo Museum, and the Dixieland Drugstore. Oh. It actually has all street names to Newark. We have the Overlook. All right, let's go see Grandma first. We got the actual filmed starting up with the Harley. Straight to the CG stoop. The most grandma-y grandma
I'm so
ever.
Glad you stopped by.
Sorry it's been a while, Grandma.
Not at all. Give us a kiss. Now come and sit down. Tell me how you're doing.
How you been, Gran?
Just fine, dear. I'm sorry I bothered you at work, but I was hoping you'd get a chance to go through your father's things in the attic.
Don't be silly. You can call me anytime. Nice weather.
Oh, Gabriel, please. It's been just awful. Muggiest summer of my life.
Is there anything you need?
Me? Oh, no. I'm just fine, Gabriel. I have more than enough of everything.
You can't tell because I'm a PNG tuber today, but I've just got the biggest smile on my face playing this game. I love this game so much.
What's new, Gran?
I've been working on baby sweaters for the church bazaar. Keeps me busy.
The most grandma-y grandma.
Done anything interesting lately?
I raised you.
Lately, Gran.
Oh, you know me, Gabriel. I always got my nose poked into something.
It must run in the family. Nice weather.
Oh,
Okay, and then we're looping around.
Can we talk, Gran?
of course, my boy. How can I help?
Ask Grandma about voodoo.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Voodoo? What an odd question, Gabriel. Of course, you always were interested in monster movies and all that other weird stuff. You get that from your father and granddad. I don't know anything about it, dear. Of course, it was very big in New Orleans at one time, but you don't hear about it so much these days. Too much else in the world to worry about, I guess.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
You did it, didn't you, Grandma Knight?
Nothing. And I don't want to. I sometimes wonder what this world is coming to.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
New Orleans is very southern. Of course, though, not as much as it used to be when I was a girl.
It
It's
moved.
gotten much more influenced by the East Coast and that California stuff. Still, it hasn't changed as much as other places, I reckon. We've always been happy here.
Tell me about yourself.
Me? Oh, surely you have something more interesting to talk about.
Oh, come on, Gran.
All right, dear. What do you want to hear?
What do you do all day?
You know how I love to knit and work in my garden? I also take long walks. It's the only way to keep an old body like mine from stiffening up.
You're not old.
Oh, don't be foolish. I'm older than the hills.
Oh, I just realized, Gran isn't mentioned in the next two games. Did something happen to Gran?
Tell me about before you met Granddaddy.
Well, you know I was born Rebecca Wright. My daddy
From right
owned
to
a
night.
lot of land outside of town. We grew peas, corn, cotton, all kinds of things. It was a good childhood, but my father was very strict. He didn't much let me out of his sight.
Tell me how you met Granddaddy.
I met Harrison at a church revival. There was a traveling preacher back then, a big fella named Reverend Jim. I even remember his slogan, "Come to me to find your way." Your granddad was sitting right behind me and my girlfriend Alma, and at one point, old Reverend Jim was flinging his hair around with his fire and brimstone antics, and a piece of it, one of those small add-on-dos for men, went flying off. I swear, Harrison and I were the only ones that noticed. We both started laughing to beat the band. Everyone looked at us like we were a couple of loonies. It was then I knew that he was for me.
Aw, he's so cute.
How you feeling these days?
Fit as a fiddle, and don't you worry your head about it.
Just tell me anything at all.
I had your father when I was 22. The doctors told me I couldn't have any more after him, so I'm afraid I spoiled him rotten.
Just tell me anything at all.
I never loved any man but your grandfather, and I never will.
I think it's very interesting. They didn't just reuse the voice clip saying, just tell me anything at all, from Grace to Grandma. It could have had a very neutral read and could have been used for either one. But for Grace, it was just tell me anything at all. And for Grandma, it's just tell me anything at all.
Just tell me anything at all.
I hate to admit it, but I was a jealous little thing when your granddad and I were younger. I loved him so ferociously, and he did attract the eyes of the ladies, whether he wanted to or not.
Just tell me anything at all.
I get lonely sometimes, but I have lots of girlfriends in the neighborhood. I call one of them if I'm feeling blue.
Okay, new headcanon. She said that Harrison is the only man she'd ever loved. But she's got lots of girlfriends. Can't be harsh with Grandma, no. Grandma's too sweet. But Grandma has lots of girlfriends.
Just tell me anything at all.
I wish you'd settle down and give me a great-grandchild.
Oh, Gran. Just tell me anything at all.
I had your father when I was...
Okay, and we're looping around.
Oh, nothing, never mind.
All right, dear.
Tell me about our family.
Who would you like to hear about? Your granddad, your father, or your mother?
Ask about Harrison
Tell
Knight.
me something about Granddad.
Your granddad immigrated to America when he was 21. He worked his way through school, met and married me, and we had your father, Philip.
Tell me something.
Your granddad supported me and your father with bookkeeping. I'll tell you what, though, he hated every minute of it. Didn't really like bookkeeping one bit. Maybe that was why he had the worst luck with jobs. The nights he'd come home afraid to tell me he'd lost another. And I would tell him it didn't matter to me, but he felt ashamed, Gabriel.
Tell me something about Granddad.
Harrison was only 36 when he died. Your father was 8 years old at the time. Your granddad was hit by a streetcar in the business district. Took me nearly a year to believe he was really gone.
I'm sorry, Gran.
I know you are, dear.
You can just picture her patting his knee as she says that. The voice acting in this game is so good. It's so good.
Tell me something about Granddad.
Did you know that your granddad was a poet? He was! He wrote the most beautiful poetry for me when we were courting. I always thought he should have done something with that gift. But he was such a practical man. Didn't believe in chasing after dreams.
Tell me something about Granddad.
I don't know what else to tell you, dear.
Tell me about my father.
Your father was my only child. How we adored him. Philip suffered from terrible nightmares, just like your granddad did. They were 2 peas in a pod.
Tell me about my father.
When Philip met your mother, it was love at first sight. They were married 2 weeks later. Never looked at a girl seriously until then. And he looked at plenty. You have your father's way with women, Gabriel. And your granddad's.
Grandma!
Tell me about my father. I wanted to just lay down and die when he and your mother were killed in that car crash when you were only 8.
We're noticing a pattern. Dad dies when the kid's 8.
The police say your father swerved off the road after being frightened by something. Perhaps a deer in the road or a wild cat.
Some variety of jaguar panther thing, maybe.
Tell me about my father.
Your granddad wanted Philip to have a normal life. He was obsessed by that thought. He pushed Philip to go to law school. Philip was driven to art. He painted almost in a daze. He would get so inside himself when he worked.
Tell me about my father.
He always hated it that it was Margaret's money that supported the 3 of you when his painting couldn't. I kept telling him, try something more cheerful, like a landscape or 2. But he couldn't do it. His work was just too dark and disturbing for the public, you know.
Tell me about my father.
I don't know what else to tell you, dear.
Margaret Templeton Knight.
Tell me about my mother.
Your mother was Margaret Templeton when your father met her. She came from a very wealthy Creole family in New Orleans. She was beautiful and reckless. She was madly in love with your father, of course, but I also think she liked defying her family. Since you're so interested in family history these days, why don't you go by St. Louis Cemetery No. 1 and visit the family tomb? It would be a sweet gesture.
Maybe I will.
Oh, I get it now. So the reason why it's specifically pointed out that mom came from money is that's why this family that's down on its luck would have a private tomb rather than the public ones that they have in New Orleans.
Tell me about my mother.
Your mother's family refused to give her money after the marriage. All she had left was a modest trust fund from a great aunt, who happened to like Philip. The remainder of your mother's trust fund became yours when she died. That's what you used to open your bookshop.
Tell me about my mother.
The Templetons are all gone now. Every last one of them. They never wanted anything to do with us, of course. What a waste.
Tell me about my mother.
I don't know.
Compliment her.
You know, you get prettier every time I see you.
Oh, you.
Have you baked any of your incredible molasses pies lately?
Molasses.
No, dear. But you let me know when you want some, and I'll whip up half a dozen.
You've lost weight. Are you courting a new man?
Oh, Gabriel, don't be silly. You know there'll never be anyone but your granddad for me.
Your hair looks very pretty today, Gran.
Well, why, thank you, dear. So does... Oh, always had such nice, thick hair, Gabriel.
Grandma wouldn't like this hairstyle. She'd want him to have the short back and sides.
You know, I always tell people that my Gran is the prettiest grand old belle in the city.
Oh, dear. You shouldn't talk so.
You know, you get...
And we're just looping around. The art is so good in this game. Like, the highlights on the wrinkles in her face with the slight blue tint for the shadows. Like, oh, it's so good. It's so good.
On the wall are portraits of Gran and Gramps when they were young. Gabriel's inherited some good-looking genes. Gabriel grew up in this room. Just being here make him feel safe. And after about 5 minutes, claustrophobic.
It's definitely peak Sierra right here. Yeah, this is gorgeous. The interface is so cool.
The magazines in the bin includes issues of Southern Living, Ladies' Home Journal, and Macars.
For anyone who was here at the end of my last stream of King's Quest VIII, I played a game called Dressmaker for a while. And I talked a bit about how I like sewing. And I would like to say I'm very sad that McCall's magazine is, like, McCall's sewing patterns, most of the big print patterns are no longer a thing. Everything's going over to full digital now, if the companies exist at all. That's my
The
little complaint.
stairs lead up to the attic.
Let's go.
I'm going to go up to the attic, Gran.
Be careful of the dust.
It'll get ya. I think this is also one of the least deathy games of Sierra. Like, there's very few chances to die. I don't think that in my original playthroughs back in the day ended up dying at all until, like, some of the very later games. I don't like Gabriel walking around. He's not going to fall down the stairs if you click in the wrong spot or get hit by a car crossing the street. So you don't need to worry as much about saving, but I probably should save regardless. Oh, I thought I had this set as the original save setup. What am I going to call it? Attic. Always be saving, absolutely. Save
An
early,
elaborate
save often.
mechanical clock, probably of German origin, is among the discarded treasures of the attic. It doesn't seem to be running at the moment.
A German clockwinder to London once came. Benjamin Botts was the blunderman's name, and as he was making his way through the land, he played on his flute, and the music was grand. There was a young lady from Grosvenor Square who said that her clock was in need of
Gabriel
repair.
doesn't want to take the clock.
Oh yes, this is where we have the different options for touching things. I can't touch it, but I can operate it.
The face of the clock is hand-painted. A key winds the clock's mechanism. Nothing happens. The hands do not appear to have any mechanical function other than to move. The face of the clock doesn't move. The hands do not appear.
Oops. Okay, how does this work? Ooh. Ah. This was one of the only times you had to use the walkthrough. Yeah, the puzzles in this are pretty well signposted about what you have to do.
A ring of 6 symbols surround the face of the clock. A sword, a sun, an angel, a noose, an eclipse, and a dragon.
Ah, yes. So this is based on the poem that I read earlier. Three. Women. 3 dragons.
Nothing happens.
Or not. So I thought it would be. Oop.
Gabriel,
So I thought it was. You said it to 3 o'clock, and there's a dragon. Huh. Wee. Maybe I put the dragon at 3.
nothing happens. The clock won't open that way.
This is one of the most puzzly puzzles of the
The
game.
ring of
Oh, that's I had my minute hand in my. There we go. My minute and my hour mixed around. Let's try this. There we go.
Granddaddy, you old fox.
I have so many treasures now. What do I have?
the letter is addressed to Heinz Ritter, whoever that is. The old photographs show Gabriel's grandfather with 2 other men that Gabriel has not identified. The old...
Okay, that's just...
The magnifying glass is an expensive one with an inlaid jade handle, an heirloom from Gabriel's grandfather.
Oh, hey, I have played this game before. No need to feel dumb. I knew the solution. It was just my minutes and hours that got me mixed around. Also, I have read the books of this. Like, I know what for the most part, I know what I'm doing. It's been many years since I've either read the book or played the game. Like, I'm not just, that wasn't a guess. We're not doing a blind playthrough here. Oh, is this Reed?
The letter is written in German, but Gabriel determines what he can about it. It was sent from a place called Schloss Ritter in Rittersberg, West Germany. The letter is addressed to mein Sohn Heinz and signed Wilhelm Ritter. One of the recurring words strewn throughout the letter is the word Schattenjäger. The only thing that Gabriel can decipher about the letter is a sense of urgency in the handwriting and in the heavy use of quill-tip bold strokes and underlining.
Oh, so many points for me. Exit.
It looks pretty heavy.
The lid is blocked by the clock.
So it's a clock block? I apologize. No, I don't. I really don't.
The trunk contains some old clothes, including a pair of leather shorts,
Aren't those called lederhosen?
serious hiking boots, more of Harrison Knight German book,
Just what I need.
and a bundle of letters. Love letters between Harrison and Rebecca.
Oh. Mein Lederhosen?
I don't think there's anything in that trunk that would interest anybody but my gran. I don't think there's
Just put everything back.
Gabriel's not.
Tidy up a little. What do we got up here?
It's an old dress dummy that Gran had in her sewing room years ago.
my first impression of the female form.
Oh, come on, no.
That box of knickknacks has been up there for at least 5 years.
Can I take anything from it? I don't think I can. Ooh.
There's nothing I want in there.
You got my hopes up by going over there, though, my dude.
Grandma's attic is a storehouse of forgotten treasures and useless junk. It's one of Grandma's old parlor tables.
Like, this is a huge attic. Like, I'd say Gabe's 6 foot, so 6, probably 12, 18-foot high rise on the roof.
It's a lady's hat from the 1920s.
From Grand's Virginia Woolf period.
This looks like Laura Bow's hat in Colonel's Bequest, and I think that's probably intentional.
Gabriel has seen these ornaments every year at Christmas for as long as he can remember. Grandma's attic. That tennis racket probably hasn't served a ball since the 40s. The old velvet curtains hung in the parlor before Gran lightened up the place. The brass bed frame is from God knows where. Grandma, a skylight lets welcome sunlight into the attic.
It's Granddaddy's old golf bag. I think I'll leave that up here.
It's an old metal tub full of dust and cobwebs.
That must have been the year Granddaddy caught Santa on the roof.
Oh, that's sweet.
It's an old, dusty bicycle tire.
I think I'll leave that up here.
I admire that they took the effort to put so much description into what's up there. Like, they didn't need to do that, but they actually got everything read out.
That's my Gran. Adorable as always.
You're such a tease.
I like that it's a combination of an omniscient narrator, and sometimes just Gabriel saying his own opinions. Just a neat way of telling the story. What do you have to say about this, Grandma?
That's it. Take a load off, hon.
Take
Does
a
this
load
mean
off.
anything to you, Gran?
No, dear. I'm afraid I don't speak a word of German.
What about the picture?
Does this mean anything to you, Gran?
That one in the middle is your grandfather. Those other two, I don't know.
Okay, nothing else. Bye, Grandma.
The doors aren't going.
Yeah, I have to open the door.
Well, Gran, I better get going.
All right, dear.
And you give Grandma a hug. Yay! So cute. Now I've got the cemetery available as a place. Oh, little glitchy glitch there. I don't. It shows the open icon, but there's obviously nothing to open on the map. Let's see. Where do I want to go? Where to? Let's go to the park. There's a Jackson Square in Hamilton, Ontario, where I'm from, but it is the very dead mall that is sketchy to go to downtown.
A blues band entertains on the lawn. Now that's music. Jackson Square is a good place to rest while exploring the French Quarter, and a great place to be entertained by local performers. People seem to be enjoying the park, despite the lack of sunshine.
The music's so good in this game.
A lone drummer beats out a haunting rhythm on a large African drum.
So, spoiler-tastic, this ends up being a secret code. Don't know if this actually can be, like, you get access to the code later. I wonder if this actually can be translated into something. Go. Go. Everybody dance. Oh, when the saints come marching in, how I want to be in that number. When the saints go marching in.
Why, you nasty thing, you. I'll call the police, I will.
A Cajun band, inventive as always with their instruments, is having a good old time on the lawn. Funny how catchy that toe tapping can be.
You white-faced geek! You want to eat my fist?
Well, I never! Leave me alone, you man!
It's one of those mimes. Oh boy.
I have never actually seen a mime just as a street performer, just sort of hanging out, miming it up. Living statues? Absolutely. But just a street mime? I have never witnessed that. Gotta stop in every room and enjoy the music.
That jazz band is pretty good. Of course, most jazz bands in New Orleans are.
She's just got such, like, all of the voice acting in this. It's some of the most naturalistic performances in a Sierra game that I've seen. Like, a lot of the line readings you get, it's very like, hello, I am reading this. Oh, sorry, I've got the hiccups. I am reading this line now. I am saying words and conveying information. Whereas in this, like, even when you've got amazing, like, well-known Hollywood actors, like, you had, oh gosh, what's his name? Is it Robbie Benson? Who, he He was the voice of Beast in Beauty and the Beast, and he was Prince Alexander. But still, his line presentation in King's Quest VI was very much that he was clearly stating every word, whereas this is much more, has a natural cadence to the dialogue. I said I'd go to the police station. Where is that police station? Let's look around.
The official seal of the New Orleans Police Department highlights the tile floor. The desk sergeant looked like a poster boy for heart
Welcome
disease.
back from ad break, everyone.
30 extra pounds between his armpits and his belt, and a complexion of consistency of gray oatmeal. In other words, a typical product of good southern cooking.
She's not bad.
Gabe.
A uniformed officer of the New Orleans Police Department. There's a photocopy machine in the office area. A uniform. Mosley's office door is unassuming, unlike Mosley himself. Nice coat rack. It's an antique umbrella stand.
The no police, they're a negative bunch. Okay.
Hey, nice precinct.
Think so? That's peachy. That means more to me than you could know. Hey, it's a beignet guy.
Great, I'm starved.
It's a very important cutscene. I can't do anything while this is happening.
Stay put, you. Hey, grab me 3, would ya?
Sure.
I'm pretty sure he's the voice actor for one of the 3 farmers from Quest for Glory 4. Wonder if they had like sort of multi-booked him for like, okay, we're going to book you for Gabriel Knight and Quest for Glory 4 and for this and for that. Sort of get contracted for less actual recording sessions if you sort of batch record for multiple games.
Kind of quiet in here today.
Yeah, summer's like that. It's too muggy to mug, too hot to heft.
How clever.
It's a gift.
So, what's new around the old police station?
Well, we're now allowed to shoot chatty pedestrians on sight.
That sounds convenient.
I like it.
So, anything interesting happening around here?
Look, I got a job to do. Chat with someone else, huh?
Fine. I will interrogate you.
Got a second, officer?
What can I do you for?
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Me? Nothing. I'm a Catholic boy.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
I'm not allowed to give out information on police cases.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
I'll tell you, I'm glad as hell it's not Mardi Gras. If it weren't for that 1 month a year, being a cop in New Orleans would be a real pleasure. As it is, I'd rather stick behind this desk.
I wonder what medium was used to do the art in this. It looks like when it's in this sort of rendered, like the sort of color degradation to put it into VGA, but it makes it look like it was all done in colored pencils. But I wonder what they actually used.
Have you
Completely
ever heard
random
of a
thought.
Schottenjäger?
Can't say that I have, but it sounds dirty.
Tell me about yourself.
Who, me? I'm the Death Sergeant Frick. Why?
Frick?
That's right. You got a problem with that?
Not at all. Tell me about yourself.
You see that front door?
Yeah?
Well, I watch people come in. See this book?
Yeah?
Well, I write people's names in it, see? People that bother me. Want me to put your name in this book?
I think not.
That's what I thought.
I'm here to see Detective Mosley.
He's out at a crime scene. Sorry.
Points.
Where is the crime scene? Is it related to the voodoo murders?
Crime scene information is police confidential. We don't need any more looky-loos than are probably already there.
Come on, you can tell me what the crime scene is.
Look, I know the paper's got everybody stirred up about these killings, but that don't make it public information. Back off.
So this is a new voodoo
Hello,
murder.
Rex.
Hey, I
Welcome
didn't
in.
say that.
Ooh,
You'll read
I can
all
do
about it in
this.
the papers tomorrow, I'm sure.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep. And it's Halloween, so it's spooky season and time to play a spooky game. And I'm not playing King's Quest 8 no more. Yay!
About Detective Mosley.
I told you he's not here.
I was supposed to pick up some photos from Detective Mosley at the front desk.
Is
Oh,
that
you're
right?
very welcome.
And who are you?
My name is Knight. Gabriel Knight.
Yeah, I got something for you, all right. As soon as you're done talking, I'll give it to you.
It sounds like a threat.
Here's that envelope for you, Gabriel Knight.
Thanks.
Points. Open.
Gabriel opens the manila envelope and finds 2 photographs. One of the photos from Mosley is an official voodoo murders crime scene shot. A graphic close-up of a victim.
It's a sound cue we use this on our channel. Yes, I actually got that too for something, I think, if I set things up correctly. It's just a very handy little points notification sound. But every time I get points, I have to double check and make sure that something hasn't happened that I have to be notified of.
The photograph of Mosley was apparently taken upon his graduation from the police academy. He had hair then.
I love her little chuckle at that. Okay, that's enough of the police station for right now. I have to open the door to leave. I like the concept of how many icons this game has, but it doesn't always work in practice.
Hi.
Let's look around.
The signs say, Special Saint Jean Eve, Lagnappe, free bottle lover come back to me Isle, or master gambling oil, with every purchase over $50.
Lagniappe. My French is lousy, but everyone in New Orleans knows what that means. A little something extra.
The dust on those boxes is older than Gabriel.
Do I think I might do Phantasmagoria this month? Probably not. I don't have all that much time to do streaming, so I want to continue with the King's Quest series. So like this is I'm squeezing in the Gabriel Knight while I've got time and am awake. The delights of having a full-time job and usually having to sleep during the day. But that's one I actually have never played.
In this case are super concentrated fixing oils and packages of pins. The mask appears to be made from a real crocodile head.
It's a festive detour. Exactly. It's October. It's required by law to play the spooky game.
The glass jars contain a number of things Gabriel can't identify.
And wouldn't want to.
Ropes of garlic hanging from the ceiling.
I'll know where to come if I ever have a vampire problem.
Imported from Mordavia.
A variety of cloth dolls are arranged above the shelf, each impaled with a single silver pin.
Ooh, spooky reading. And didn't mean to click off of.
The proprietor doesn't look especially friendly. His business probably doesn't depend on walk-ins.
Hi there. Is this your store?
This is a Dixieland drugstore, and I own it, me. Name's Walker, Willie Walker.
So, this is a voodoo store, huh?
Voodoo? No, man, this is a curio shop. The things you see here are from local folklore. None of it's real, I tell you for sure.
Mm-hmm.
What about these magic oils and powders you're selling? Aren't they a part of voodoo?
Read the label, man. We make no claims. Sold as curio only. It means what it says, no? These are novelties, not voodoo.
Have you always lived in New Orleans?
My papa and his papa and his papa, all the way back to the days of Marie Laveau, we've been living here.
So does any of this
So that's the
stuff
first
actually
time we
work?
hear of Mary
Are
Laveau.
you crazy, man? These are just curios, novelties for the tourists.
So, do you get many tourists in here?
We all the time. They want to buy a bottle of money-drawing oil or a Wanga bag to take home with them.
Nice weather we're having.
Don't bother me. Can't you see I'm busy? St. John's Eve is coming and I got to be ready.
Mind if I ask you a few questions?
Ask what you want. I'll answer what I want.
Can you tell me what you know about voodoo?
This is a novelty shop, monsieur.
Do you think I'm stupid? This is a voodoo shop. Look at all this stuff.
These are novelties, curiosities. If people want to think they're magic, it's not my concern, you know.
An interesting thing. In Toronto, there is actually a law against faking witchcraft. Not practicing witchcraft, faking it. So if you are an actual witch and can actually do magic, that's fine. But if you pretend to do magic, that's against the law. And I think that's very interesting aspect of the bylaws.
Are you telling me that you own a voodoo shop, but you know nothing about voodoo practices?
Affaire n'est pas affaire blanche.
What does that mean?
Means you should mind your own business, monsieur.
Give me a second here. Let me look at Willie Voodoo.
Can you tell me what you know about voodoo?
Affaire n'est pas affaire blanche.
I think it says that's not your business, Whitey. Hey, Spider, welcome in. Da, 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 da. Boop. It's daytime and I'm awake and playing Gabriel Knight because it's spooky season. But yeah, I think that's like, this is not your affair, Whitey. I might be wrong on that because this is Creole French, which is going to be slightly different than what I'm familiar with.
Can I ask you, what do you know about the voodoo murders?
Daytime? What is that?
What did you say?
Nothing. Those killings have nothing to do with my shop, monsieur.
Like, you're bad at hiding stuff, Willie. Like, what do you know about this? Oh, I'm going to say something mysterious. Nope, I don't know anything. You're bad at your job, Willie.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Monsieur,
Yes, I have played this before. I am a huge fan of Jane Jensen, who is the designer, director, writer of the Gabriel Knight games. She also was the writer for King's Quest VI, my favorite King's Quest game, and also the author of a very excellent book what was originally called Millennium Rising. But after the year 2000, the title got changed. Like, she's awesome. I love her.
What can you tell me about New
But Gabriel
Orleans?
Knight is, I say
lived
this
there
all the time.
My life, me.
Gabriel Knight is another one of my favorite series, along with Quest for Glory and King's Quest. I'm easygoing on what series are my favorites. I can have a very long list.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
I'm a busy man, monsieur. I don't get out of my neighborhood much.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
It's the biggest night of the year in voodoo.
What goes on exactly?
Not that you know anything about voodoo.
I couldn't say.
What did you mean when you said Cabri sans corps?
I didn't say that.
You did. I heard you say it.
You heard
Gaslighted.
wrong, monsieur. I said no such thing.
Gaslighting.
Have you ever heard of a Schottenjäger?
Man, I don't even know what language that is.
Tell me about yourself.
My name's Willie Walker. I own the place.
You think your three favorite series be Diablo, Elder Scrolls, and Quest for Glory? Nice.
Tell me about yourself. How did you get into this kind of business?
Why should I discuss my business with you, man?
Wouldn't you guys both be part of the same, like, BIA, Business Improvement Association, if you're both running businesses in the same section of town?
Tell me about yourself. How did you get...
Why should I? To get the mask, Gabriel would have to buy it.
Does it say the price on this anywhere?
The Dixieland drugstore. The mask. It's a man.
think he wants to stay right where he is.
You remember when you were little, you saw Gabriel Knight and had always wanted to get it, but never got around to it? Yeah, the box for Gabriel Knight was crazy because it was not a square. I don't even know how to describe the shape of this box. It was crazy. Like, it was sort of two trapezoids shoved into each other. It must have cost so much to manufacture and ship that thing. I never had that box. I had this got it just the CD jewel case from a grocery store, weirdly. There's got to be something that says how much this costs.
The Dixie, the map. It's a map.
Can I talk to it?
Gabriel doesn't see any use in consulting that.
You only heard of Gabriel Knight once the last one came out? Well, that's sort of when you started getting into adventure games, right? Like, Quest for Glory 5 was your first one, and that came out the same year as Gabriel Knight 3. Oh, music in this game is so good, and the art's so good, and the story's so good. Everything is so good. Let's go to the museum.
Hi. Look around all you want.
Okay, thanks.
On the table is a small coffin. So small, in fact, that it would only fit an infant.
Charming.
Do I plan to play the remake of this? Probably not. Like, it doesn't have Tim Curry as the voice. Like, I don't see the need for an update on this one, honestly. I know it's got
an electrical switch.
It's got a couple of extra puzzles, but yeah, I don't see the need.
A very large, very formidable looking snake is secured in a plexiglass cage.
Also, like, the 3D art doesn't blend as well in the background. Like, as Gabe walks around here, let me just get my feet. He seems to be like part of the scene, whereas the animations in the remake of Gabriel Knight, the sprites are sort of like floating on the backgrounds weirdly, and it doesn't look. It's got a higher resolution, but I don't think it looks as good. This game is beautiful as it is. What else do we have to look at?
Dang. I've always wanted a skeleton with a bowl on its head.
That's what Spirit Halloween is for.
A street drummer has settled outside the museum. The back wall displays various voodoo items, such as a feathered African mask. The back wall displays various voodoo items, such as a gaudy shell necklace. Something about the shape of that knife gives Gabriel the creeps. The historical voodoo museum is brimming with items authentic and original. A wooden doll with horns is on the back table.
Looks like Jack Nicholson.
A striking portrait of a turbaned woman is on the back wall. Gabriel wonders who she might be.
That's probably Marie Laveau.
An authentic-looking pole marks the center of the room. Authentic what? Gabriel isn't sure. A beaded gourd is on display.
Gourd? Interesting pronunciation.
She looks thrilled to be here.
So, how's the museum business?
I don't know. I don't normally work here.
So, how's the museum business?
I don't know. I don't normally work here.
Could I ask you a few questions?
I wouldn't be much help. You should talk to Dr. John, the owner. He'll be back tomorrow.
I see. Thank you.
I recognize her voice as well. Though she sounds kind of like, I know she isn't, but she sounds like Kate Micucci who from Garfunkel and Oates, and she was the voice of Webigail in the new version of DuckTales. Tried to play through the remake a few years ago, but it's so long and so much text. Yeah, this is a very wordy game, but the voice acting in this one is so good. It's worth it.
Now, thanks.
So long.
Like, it's very enjoyable, at least to me, to go through all of the options and look at all the things, and yeah, I like this game. Okay, that's where I am. Oh, I haven't been to St. Louis Cemetery number 1. So I know in the remake there's another puzzle here. Where like this is the tomb of Marie Laveau.
This is the tomb of Marie Laveau, voodoo queen of New Orleans. Odd-looking marks adorn the Laveau tomb wall.
If you look through the offerings that are left here, there's like a Pokemon card or something.
Vases seem to be a favorite decoration for the dead. Near the Laveau tomb is a piece of red brick. Undoubtedly a cast-off from spiritual graffiti writers.
Mine now. The points charm in this sounds like the State Farm jingle. State Farm is there. And now you won't be able to unhear it. That is my gift to you. Enjoy.
A stone angel stands silently before a tomb.
Don't blink. Oops.
The marble denizens of the cemetery only stare back blankly. An angel with a cross stands guard over one of the tombs.
Shortly after I played this game for the first time, my family actually went on vacation to New Orleans.
This old tomb is in a sorry state of disrepair.
Like,
There's probably no one left in the family to maintain
we didn't get out of the car. We drove all the way to New Orleans, and we didn't get out of the car in New Orleans. Like, we didn't get to go to any museums or anything like that. We just basically got there, drove around for a while, turned around and went back. Like, admittedly, we stopped in various places along the way. We went to Atlanta. But like, I was so excited to like see the cemeteries, and we drove past them, but we didn't ever park the car and go and look at things. So I was like, no, want to see.
An old man tends the cemetery with movements akin to a slow drawl.
I love that description. Movements akin to a slow drawl.
Could I have a minute of your time?
Yeah? What can I do for you?
You've been working here a long time?
Longer than you've been alive, son. I mayhaps be here longer than you'll be alive, for that matter.
Kind of a quiet job you've got, isn't it?
Most of the time, yeah. Yeah, they act up some at the full moon, though.
Excuse me?
You've been working here a long time?
Okay, that's looping around.
Mind if I pick your brain a minute?
Go ahead. These folks ain't in no hurry.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
They say it was part of an old religion from Africa, brought here by slaves.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
I don't really care to talk about it. I don't do it none myself.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
I don't really...
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Ain't it just awful, them finding those bodies with voodoo things around them? I don't think there's any real voodoo going on. Somebody's trying to cover their tracks is all.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
I told you all.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Seems like everybody want to visit New Orleans at least
I
once.
did.
And they love the cemetery tour. I see tourists in here every day of the year.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
There's lots of things to see here, but none are as beautiful as the St. Louis Cemetery #1.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
Why, St. John the Baptist is the patron saint of voodoo. Sometimes we get some weird goings on in that cemetery on that night. More often a few nights before. People taking grave dirt, bones, and more.
That's pretty disgusting.
Yep. Don't know what they do with them, but it can't be pretty.
If they can't bury bodies in the ground in New Orleans because the water table is so high, how do they get grave dirt? Because everybody's entombed in mausoleums. These are questions I have. Probably never seen New Orleans, but last year you were in Munich in the pedestrian zone to compare it with Gabriel Knight 2. It was raining at the time. It rained surprisingly often in Munich. Yeah, I can imagine. But yeah, I think it would be really neat to see that, but I'm probably never going to get to Europe, so there we go. Maybe someday, if I win $1 million.
Do you have any idea what Caprice Saint Coeur means?
No, I can't say that I do.
Have you ever heard the word Schottenjäger?
I don't know what you talking about.
Willis.
Tell me about yourself.
My name is Toussaint Gervais. I'm the watchman here at St. Louis #1.
What exactly do you do here?
Oh, I keep the place tidy, cause, but a big part of my job, too, is looking out for the grievers, you know. People come to pay their respects, and they need looking out for. Sometimes they so grief-bound they don't know what they doing.
Tell me about yourself.
That's about all there is to say.
Tell me something about St. Louis Cemetery #1.
You know why the dead are buried in tombs and not in the ground, don't you? The water table's too high. Them coffins would float right out of their graves. Them dead would go floating right down into the water. Course, if it were Mardi Gras, nobody'd even notice.
Tell me something about St. Louis Cemetery #1.
It's a historical place. People buried in here from the Civil War and back further, too. Take a look around, you'll see.
Tell me something about St. Louis Cemetery #1.
Just look around, You get the feel of the place.
Okay. So this is
The Wright family tomb. Several of Gabriel and Grant's family members are laid to rest here. The marker reads, Mary Planter Wright.
These are Grand's folks. I never knew.
and away he goes. Ooh, hiccups.
The marker reads, Franklin Wright.
These are Grand's folks. I never knew.
Could do another New Orleans tour. Yeah, even that seems a bit out of like. I'm Canadian, so even going to the States at this point is a little
The marker reads, Hardy
not sure I
Wright.
want to be doing
Grand
that.
She died young.
It sounds very scary down there.
The marker reads, Harrison Knight.
Granddaddy.
The marker reads Philip Knight.
Daddy.
The marker reads Margaret Templeton Knight.
My mother.
Oh, the little hand running through the hair there. Oh.
This family tomb
You
bears
understand
the
that you're from the States? Yeah.
inscription, Rest in peace. And the name Fuller Mill. A wrought iron fence surrounds this tomb.
I hope that's to keep people out.
A grinning grotesquerie tops one section of the cemetery fence.
I like that they called it a grotesquerie. Exit. Come on, Gabe. Go. Go. There we go.
There's a small marble plate near the tomb doors. The imposing tomb is elaborately labeled Gede. An angel draped dramatically over a stone plinth marks the entrance to a large tomb.
Okay, I'm looking at it and I don't understand which way up this angel is. Like, arm, back, like, is this angel lying there butt up towards the cemetery? You're dual citizen with Australia and might go to Australia in case States is not where you want to be anymore. I'm glad to hear you have that option. Oh, the news is scary.
A stone angel leans down to gaze at something unseen.
I think this angel is lying butt up. I can't, because like this is the feathery part of the wings. So that's the top of the wing. Astral travel, also possible. Absolutely. Like I'll just disassociate. Good at that. Lots of friends in Australia. When you say friends, you mean spiders. No. Bad. Don't let... Get. Okay. Haven't been to Napoleon House yet.
Several fine old oils line the walls of the bar. The Napoleon House is one of the French Quarter's very old, very classic neighborhood bars and restaurants. Gabriel is found here frequently. Gabriel and the bartender are old pals. His name is Stonewall King, and he...
Oops. And he knows everyone around here. My hand twitched.
It's a bust of Napoleon. How apropos. A street drummer has found a spot outside the Napoleon house.
It's the third drummer we've seen. Could this mean anything?
An
Yes.
unhappy-looking man explores the dangers of drinking alone.
Paul is a real estate novelist.
What's up?
Buddy, I think the place you're looking for is down on Bourbon.
Was so confused by that line. Back in the day. From what I understand, Bourbon is where the gay bars are. I might be wrong about
how's
that.
it gone?
But
It's been worse.
Business picking up?
Some. Mostly locals, as usual.
Could I ask you a few questions?
Sure. I'm not too busy at the moment.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Voodoo. I don't believe in it myself. I invented a drink once called Laveau's Tomb, but it wasn't very popular. Some people do believe, though. Even some of our regulars here at Napoleon House.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
I'm no expert. You might want to talk to someone who believes in it.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
It's all over the papers. Some kind of serial killings.
fun fact, in order to be considered a serial killer, one must kill 3 people. That is where you go from being just a regular killer to a serial killer.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Well, they say a lot
And now
of
that's a
voodoo
thing you
stuff is
know.
found near the bodies.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Everybody's talking about them. It's starting to scare off the tourists.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Everybody.
I love that Gabe asks the exact same question every time. Like, that's got to be the most... I want to start having conversations like this, like just going up to people. Hello, what can you tell me about this news item? They tell me something. What can you tell me about this news item? What? You just asked that. Why are you asking again? This isn't how conversations work.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Greatest city in the world. I'd never want to live anywhere else.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
This city must get 1 million tourists a year, especially around Mardi Gras.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
A lot of people come here because they think it's mysterious. All that talk about voodoo.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
You should probably find a book on the subject, you know.
Stop asking.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
All I know is it's some kind of voodoo holiday.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
People who believe in that stuff think it's a real special night. Magical.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
People who believe...
Okay, that's the same. Cabri Sanko.
Does the phrase Cabri sans corps mean anything to you?
You know what goes in it?
I don't think it's a drink.
Oh, then I probably don't know anything about it.
Gotta wonder, like, he said that he invented a drink called the Laveau's Tomb or something like that. Like, what was in it? I want to know.
Have you ever heard of a Schottenjäger?
Never heard of it.
You think he would make a comment about Jägermeister? Just my thoughts.
Tell me about yourself.
A good bartender listens to other people's life stories without telling his own.
Tell me about yourself.
A good...
What can you tell me about your regulars in here?
This crowd, the ones you see, are mostly regulars. That guy and girl in the corner come here a lot. When they're not fighting, they're all over each other. In other words, they're in love.
What can you tell me about your regulars in here?
See those old guys at the chess table? That's Sam and Marcus. They played every day for 20 years. Sam, the one with the purple jacket, he's lost every one of those games. It's not that he's a bad player. I've seen him beat guys twice as good as Marcus. But Marcus has Sam so psyched out, he loses his nerve every time. By the way, Sam, the chess player, he's into that voodoo stuff. He's always talking about spells and gree-gree and stuff.
Really? Thanks. Tell me about the street musicians around here.
I like music as much as the next guy, but they get pretty monotonous sometimes, you know? Like that drummer right outside. They say there's been a drummer outside Napoleon House since the day it opened. I like drums, but this character really gets on my nerves. It sounds like the same thing over and over. I just want to say, enough already.
Sounds like my life. So what has Sam told you about voodoo?
Well, about 50 years ago, Sam was too shy to talk to this pretty girl he was in love with. He went to a voodooine and had her make him a love charm. It was a little pouch that he had to bury under the girl's front porch. Well, he buried the pouch, and the next day, he went up and talked to the girl, and sure enough, she didn't reject him. Now she's his wife. Poor guy.
So what has Sam told you about voodoo?
That's about all I can remember.
Wonder what voodoo practitioners do in places where they don't have front porches. Because they're not all that common, actually, around here. Or they're, like, made of concrete and you wouldn't be able to bury something underneath it. How would you manage to get along and do all that voodoo that you do?
A man in a loud tie stares morosely at a chessboard. A sharp-eyed gentleman in a grey sports coat hunches over a chessboard, chuckling to himself.
You used to have an Australian accent when you lived there? Yeah, it's funny how accents come and go depending on who you're around. Like, my husband's family is all from the UK. His dad's side of the family is from Glasgow. His mom's side of the family is from Liverpool. When I'm talking to him and when we're just hanging out with friends, he's got...
You bastard! You're a sore loser, Sam.
Plot's happening. He's got just a standard Ontario accent. As soon as he goes to visit his family, complete cadence change. He's asking people, "Y'all right?" I can't even do it because it's both Glaswegian and Liverpool at the same time. Just certain letters completely disappear.
Come on! I'm growing fungus already.
Sorry to bother you, but could I ask you a few questions?
I'm not the chatty type, am I, Sam?
No, you old bastard, you're not.
Besides, I'm busy sucking poor old Sam dry. Go buck someone else.
You're a real sweetheart, Marcus, you bastard.
Not so fond of the phrase, I'm sucking Sam dry. Just not.
Nothing like a good game of chess, huh?
Yeah, well, this isn't a good game. This is torture.
Oh, well. Have fun. Excuse me. I hate to interrupt your game, but could I ask you a few questions?
What game? This isn't a game. It's a slaughter.
He's right, you know, so let me die in peace with you.
I like how they have, when you're not in the interrogation. they change the color of the dialogue down at the bottom so that you can see who's talking. It's a nice little touch. Let's see. Haven't been to the church yet. Or the lookout. I don't think there's anything to do in the church at this point.
San Luis Cathedral has a beautiful chapel, warm with tones of gold and cream and rich with delicate frescoes and meticulously carved wood.
I totally get that. You met an Australian person some months ago and she had a thick Australian accent. She said she could tell you're Australian from your accent. You're confused at first because you now have an American accent and realize she brought out the Australian accent while talking to her. Yeah, it's also at Ren fairs, everybody talks with English accents. And because we're all feeding off each other using these bad English accents, like it's almost required that the accents be bad. At the end of the day, it's so hard to drop the accent. Like, if I've been speaking like this all day long, and then I have to try and speak like a normal person, it gets very difficult, it does. So, if you catch someone slipping into their fair accent, at the end of the day, you tell them, the beer is in the pickup truck, bubba. And you can't go back to an English accent after that. You just can't. It's not physically possible. When the saints go marching in.
You white-faced geek! You want to eat my fist?
Give a hoot.
Give a hoot, don't pollute.
A bronze statue of Andrew Jackson marks the center of Jackson Square.
Why, you nasty thing, you. I'll call the police, I will.
So as I mentioned earlier, there's a Jackson Square in... Oh, I've picked up a friend. There's a Jackson Square here in Hamilton. It can't be named after Andrew Jackson. Like, that the wrong country. But I don't know who it's named after. If you try to do an Australian accent, it will not be good. But if you talk to someone with the accent, whose accent is thick, it will come out a bit more naturally. Aha. Okay. Just to keep the content going and get rid of this guy.
Stop following me.
Anyone see...
Hey, cut that out. I told you to stop that. All right, mister. You want some of this?
A cop has driven his motorcycle into the park. Something Gabriel would probably never get away with.
Ah, yeah.
Gabriel picks up the headset and listens.
Ambulance 911, have you located the crime scene? They've radioed for you 3 times.
Ma'am, did you say it was north of the Lake Retreat Country Club?
South, Lakeside Drive, north of Piedmont Pier, south of the Country Club.
Man, I don't know if it's the clouds out here today or what. Good thing this guy's already dead.
Everyone's having trouble. Must have been hallucinogens in the coffee this morning.
It's just so misty out here or something. Hey, I see a squad car. Got it, Molly.
Thank God. Have a good one, 9-1.
Interesting.
Stupid mime. Hey, you! Get away from that bike.
Sorry.
I like that Gabriel liking motorcycles is a thread that's carried throughout the games. Like he's got
Ambulance to
he's got a bike in this one. He has to have the Harley in number 3. All right, it is coming up on break time.
Corner request assistance at 9.
At Garble. Excuse me. So
Jackson Square boasts some very old trees, left over from days when the city was under French rule.
So I think once the ad break comes up, I'm going to take a quick break, step away for a bit, stretch my legs, maybe grab a snack. Delicious snack.
Homicide team attend.
Let's see. And that's the ad break, actually. So actually, oh gosh, I'm going to save. So I haven't saved like at all. Being very bad with saving early and often. Crime time. And I'm going to go for a break. See you guys in a few minutes. Welcome back, everybody. Okay. Let's head off. Things are about to get real. We're heading off to the crime scene.
The crime scene team is still at the site. Gabriel parks a bit out of the way and walks over to avoid adding to the general confusion.
Just walking right over the thing. I don't remember what that's called.
Wiener, I told you not to call me that.
Feeling jumpy?
Who, me? Don't be stupid. How'd you find me?
Oh, I was just driving by.
Well, for the book. But don't tell anyone I let you see this, huh? It's another one. As you can see, same MO and no frickin' clues. We're still waiting on an ID for the body.
That's disgusting. Isn't this a rather, public area for this kind of thing?
Yeah, they're frickin' ghosts, these guys. Lakeshore Drive isn't exactly the 10 expressway, but it is open to the public. No reports and nothing. Now, who the hell is that?
I love these comic panel cutscenes.
Good day, Miss Getty.
What's going on, officer?
Detective Mosley, ma'am. We've got a little problem here, but nothing for you to be concerned about, Miss Getty.
I see. Thank you, detective. And good day, gentlemen.
Whoa, I'm in love.
Forget it. That's Malia Getty. She's about as far out of your reach as the moon. Probably on her way to meet some guy with a yacht right now.
Near here?
The lake's a popular place for country clubs.
If she's out here a lot, maybe she saw something or heard something.
Man, nobody ever sees or hears nothing. I told you. Besides, you just don't go around bothering people like her.
He also just
We've
walks
about
across
wrapped it
the
up, sir.
thing.
It's another clean sweep.
Yeah, let's get the meat wagon moving then.
Do you want to leave an officer here, sir?
Nah, just leave the tape up for a few days.
That way
Yes,
we
sir.
don't have to redraw
You'll
the
excuse
scene.
us, sir. We'll take him away.
Stick around and take notes for the book if you want. Watch out for the muck and the water moccasins, though. I'll be back at the station. Stop by if you want to go over the case some more.
Thanks.
Very slowly walks to the squad car. Okay, let's get our investigate on.
There seems to be a pattern to the lines in the sand, but if there is a pattern, it's smeared. There's only one small area that's clearly defined. Out down the spot. Will these pristine banks ne'er be cleaned again?
1, 2, then 'tis time to do it. Hell is murky. Fie, my lord, fie. That speech is so hard because it's all disjointed, which, like, on purpose, Lady Mac is sleepwalking and crazy at the time.
The banks of Lake Pontchartrain are rich with clay deposits.
Well, I'll take some clay then, please and thank you.
Is that clay? Yuck.
I enjoy that line reading. I have a magnifying glass.
The lines in the sand are fairly large. Magnification wouldn't make them any clearer. There's nothing worth
Aha! Did I find the spot? Am I that lucky? Because I know there's something that you have to spy here.
It's extremely big, bloody sand. The police have already taken samples of the blood. Mosley will be able to tell Gabriel if there's anything significant about it.
Eating popcorn?
There's not a... Gabriel.
Enhance.
Gabriel is...
There is a specific thing you have to look for in the dirt with the magnifying glass. But I don't know how to find where that specific spot is.
Gabriel doesn't need to...
Whoop. I'm moving.
It's extremely big sand. It's extremely... There's no... It's very large grass. It's very large grass. It's very large grass.
I know, myself, that there is something to find. And I know what it is. I don't know where it is. Which is really the story of my life. Like, I know I'm looking for something. I know what I'm looking for. I just don't know where it is.
It's very large grass. There are marks in the grass.
I found it.
As though some heavy wire object had been set there. With magnification, the marks in the grass are clearer. The marks are actually deep indentations in a regular mesh pattern.
I was randomly clicking. Actually, that's...
Something small and iridescent is barely visible among the indentations. It looks like a scale of some sort.
Found it.
Gabriel carefully uses the tweezers to take the small iridescent scale.
I think it's a snake scale, but it beats the hell out of me what kind.
Oh, yeah. And I think that's...
The police have... Gabriel can't... Gabriel don't need to take the police tape.
But Gabriel wants the police tape. There's my exit. Okay, back to the French Quarter. To the police station. Let's go talk to Mosley Baby. Mosley Baby.
Hey, nice. Thanks.
Okay.
Got a second, officer?
What can I do you for?
I'm here to see Detective Mosley.
He's in his office. Go on back.
Oh, yeah. That's way easier than I thought it was going to be.
Hey, Mostly.
Knight, come on in.
I like the post-it notes over the monitor. It's very clear he does not use his computer for computing.
Mosley was one of those beefy guys in his youth. Now he's getting lumpy. The badge in his front coat pocket is set off particularly well by the gold polyester of his jacket. Mosley's desk has more groin on it than on his head. An intercom. How high-tech. Police department memos and other didactic blurbs. A microwave. If Gabriel knows Mosley, it's used exclusively for frozen corn dogs. Mosley's office looks a lot like his room at college. Logs of unsolved cases, perhaps? Mosley must have 1,000,000 of them. Nice polyester. Looks like something Mosley keeps around for formal occasions.
Who's that?
Frank's. What a babe, huh?
Ah, the 90s, when it was said out loud.
So, how's it hanging, bud?
Lousy. I hate crime scenes. People are sick fucks. You know that, Knight?
I'm starting to get that impression.
Unfortunately, the only dialogue to be had in this room is with Mosley.
That was just a misclick.
You been feeling okay lately? You look like hell.
Me?
Nice.
You know, I can't sleep at night, what with thinking about the case and thinking about Annie.
I can relate.
You're also thinking about Annie?
Played any b-ball lately?
Does it look like it? I'm so out of shape I'd probably have a coronary just looking at a ball.
I'm out of it too. We should play sometime. Get back into shape.
Man, I'd love to, Knight. I'll let you know if things ever settle down.
Anything else new?
Just work. Sorry I don't have more time to chat, bud.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
There's voodoo that goes on in this city, sure. I looked into it a bit at the beginning of this case. But the voodoo stuff found at the crime scenes is all faked. It doesn't have anything to do with the real stuff. I know. I asked some experts. It's intimidation tactics, that's all.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
I told you, don't worry about that part of it. It's all faked.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Lots. Can you be more specific?
Do you know anything about the killers?
At least 20 people attend the killings. We know this from the variety of footprints found at the scenes.
Footprints? Aren't those as good as fingerprints?
Can be. But we'd have to have a suspect in custody first, and the suspect would have to match one of the few distinct prints we have. Most of the footprints are smudged, trodden over, unreadable. These guys are so casual in their expertise, it's maddening. Like they know we'll never find them.
How many murders have there been so far?
7 murders have so far been linked to the voodoo murders case. Now, the first murder occurred about 8 weeks ago. The MO was the same in each murder. Lake Pontchartrain was the 7th.
Pontchartrain? Pontchartrain? Mosley, you're supposed to be from round here. You should know how to say it. I am from Canada. I know it's Pontchartrain.
What kind of evidence have you found?
No fingerprints, a few bare footprints. Found a few fibers, but not many. The weirdest one was leopard fur.
Leopard fur? Describe the crime scenes.
Well, there's the corpse itself, minus the heart. Around where the body was killed, we find marks and flour and blood. There are traces of wax from candles, red and black. Ordinary wax candles, so the lab reports.
Still
also
not a Yankee
feathers
candle.
of chickens. Also goat's blood. And plenty of the victim's own, of course.
What's the coroner say?
The victim's heart is always ripped out of the chest and missing. We haven't located a single one of them.
Lovely. Any idea what they do with them?
Don't even want to know. Also, the coroner says some of the victims had heart attacks before the incision. Literally scared to death. The knife wounds are consistent with a long, narrow, wavy-edged knife. Probably a ritualistic dagger.
Any witnesses?
We saw a wavy
Nope.
dagger back at the
There's never
Voodoo
been
Museum.
a single witness. No one's even heard a disturbance. It's damned weird. Like they just don't want people to see, and so nobody sees nothing.
Know anything about the victims?
The victims are all out-of-towners. We still don't know why.
Oh, nothing, never mind.
Sure, no problem.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
You and me grew up together. You tell me.
You can't even say
It's a pretty
Pontchartrain.
nice place, even seeing the stuff I see. You know, the quarter's getting a bit too wild, though. Getting hard to control. Not quite what it was when you and me used to hang here, but hell, I've never known anything else.
You've never known anything.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
I'm too sentimental to say anything else about it.
Do you know anything about snakes?
Why did
The
it
only
have to be
thing I know
snakes?
about snakes is I don't like them.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
That's coming up, isn't it? We get some occasional weirdness in the quarter, but nothing much. Used to have a lot of strange things happen, though, or so I hear.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
I don't know much except what I already told you.
Fine.
Do you have any idea what Capri Sans Coeur means?
Hell no. Is that French? My mother spoke it, but I always had a hard enough time just speaking English.
True enough. Have you ever heard of a Schottenjäger?
No. Ha! Is that anything like a Chuck Yeager?
I don't think there's any relation. Tell me about yourself.
For the book?
Sure, why not?
Okay, what do you want to know?
How'd you like working on the police force?
Are you kidding? You know I love being a cop. In New Orleans, it's the best place in the world to be one.
There's so much dialogue in this game. It's just the amount of detail that is in this game is amazing. After having played King's Quest VIII, where you couldn't look at anything and get anything about what you were looking at, and there was barely anyone to talk to. This feels like a much bigger game than King's Quest VIII, even though I spent like 25, 30 hours, something like that, playing through King's Quest VIII. This feels like a much bigger game, a much bigger world.
What are your plans for the future?
Well, you know, I don't like to count my chickens before they're hatched, but I don't see why I can't be the chief of police in New Orleans someday. I already know the mayor, and my record is one of the best in the department.
I'm sure it's just a matter of moments, mostly.
Yeah, you'll see.
Got any hobbies?
Yeah, making your life miserable.
I'm serious. Don't you shoot or chew or something like that?
Chew?
No, I'm a freaking ballet dancer. Jeez. Yeah, I was #1 at the Louisiana State Fair Marksman Contest. I play trumpet, too. You know, put your lips together and blow.
How's your home life?
Oh, real funny, Knight. Why don't you just bring in some frickin' salt? Well, you know Annie left me. My home life is shit.
Right. Sorry about that. Just tell me anything at all.
Remember how we used to play monkey in the middle? We used to piss off our senior year teacher. What was her name? Ms. McKelly? You'd act like you were gonna toss her an eraser or something. Then you'd throw it to me over her head. And we used to do it at your grand's, too. Like with the remote when she wanted to watch her soaps.
Yep, and it was a great way to pick up women in the library. Oh, those were the days.
So like this all seems just like idle conversation, but this does come up again later. There is a point where you have to play monkey in the middle. There is a point where it's very important that Mosley is an expert marksman. But it's not just like, it feels like just a conversation that these guys would have. It's not like, yes, I am Mosley. I am an expert marksman. And I like to play monkey in the middle.
Just tell me anything at all.
You know, my doctor told me I've got a little family of ulcers starting. I wish this case would end so I could get some rest for a change.
Excuse me, I am getting over bronchitis right now.
Just tell me anything at all.
My back hurts.
I don't know why, but that just tickled me.
Just tell me anything at all.
For the book, I wanted to be an astronaut when I was young. Or a fireman.
Fascinating. Just tell me anything at all.
I'm 6'2".
No, you're
you
not.
are not.
Oh, come on. I'm close enough. Just wrap me up that way.
Oh, God.
I assumed that my back hurts would be the last
Just
one.
tell me anything at all.
You know, I kind of like women with dark hair.
Yeah, I know. It's a regular thing with you.
Now that Grace.
You're on your own with that one, pal. I don't even want to know. Just tell me anything at all.
Remember how we used to...
Okay, then we're looping around.
Yep. Oh, nothing. Never mind.
It's your dime.
My back hurts.
What's the status on the voodoo murders case?
It's going. Can't seem to make any progress, though. Sluggish damn case. It's weird.
What's the status on the voodoo murders case?
You're as filled in as me.
Have you ever called the hair club for men?
I'd rather have no hair than your hair, Knight.
So how'd you ever find anything in this
I love
office?
that there's
It
an
looks like
insult him
ground
button.
Zero.
Hey, I get my job done. I'm a detective, not Betty Crocker.
Trying for a real estate job with that coat?
No. Are you trying out for a janitorial job with that hair?
Are those new shoes? What are those, hush puppies? Kind of a mud brown suede kind of a thing?
Hey, I'm on my feet all day, all right? Is that okay with you?
Mostly. I'm being perfectly sincere.
Yeah, you and my grandmother. Right.
You know, you have a unique way of wearing clothes that's, well, the way they hang, kind of pleating over that stomach of yours, drooping off of your butt.
We can't all have the body of a 12-year-old like you, Knight.
You know, if you started carrying a lollipop around, you might get more respect as a detective.
Go to hell.
Have you ever called the...
Okay, we're looping.
Do you know anything about the patterns around the bodies?
Yeah, weird, huh? All 7 victims had those little marks around them. We got all the marks on file, but we haven't figured out what, if anything, they mean.
Ooh, other 6 patterns.
Can I see the other 6 patterns?
Sure. People like that kind of stuff, don't they? Might make the book seem more mysterious. Go talk to Officer Franks. Tell her I said you could see the file.
Points.
I got those photographs you left for me.
Really? Great. What'd you think?
Astonishingly lifelike.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Got any more ideas for photos for the book?
Okay. Not this yet, because that is for a thing. Okay.
Nope, I think we have everything we need.
Okay, but you shouldn't underestimate the power of beefcake, friend.
Okay. I go talk to Officer Franks.
Excuse me, officer.
Yes?
So, what's it like being a policewoman?
The glamour never ceases.
Excuse me, officer.
Yes?
Can you get a file for me?
What file would that be?
The voodoo murders file? Detective Mosley said I could see it.
Really? Well, if he said so.
Like, you're not going to check or anything?
There it is. You can look at it all you want, but don't leave this area with it, okay? And no photocopies either, I'm afraid.
Of course. I understand completely.
All right. So we have some squiggles. So many squiggles.
The police file contains partial patterns from the first 6 voodoo murders. The police...
Okay. So I put that back in her inbox.
I'm done.
Yeah, thanks.
And then it's time to go be a bit of a jerk. Not that I'm not always a jerk. Okay, we question.
Can I ask? How about getting me some coffee?
Coffee? You want coffee?
Should that surprise you?
Nah, you've always been a caffeine addict. It's just that what we got here hardly qualifies.
So, I'm desperate.
It's your stomach. I'll get you some when we're done talking.
That long?
All right, I'll go now.
I didn't do this right.
Don't touch anything while I'm gone. Gabriel would prefer to touch.
No, really. No, thanks.
I did this in the wrong order.
Here, drink it.
Little spin there.
Thanks. Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're...
I got those photos.
So...
Okay, cop author.
Cop. Oh, yeah. Why not?
Oh, sorry for clicking through there.
Try to tone down your masculinity.
Well, okay. I'll call the police photographer.
We do not have the option of taking a selfie.
Franks, come here a minute, would you? Bring your camera.
Poor Franks. She's just trying to do her job.
What did you need, Detective Mosley?
We need a picture, please. And make it a good one, huh, sweetheart?
Sure, sweetheart.
Ha!
Say, chintzy.
Was there anything else, Knight?
Wait a second while I check my hair.
Hold on a sec while I go check my hair.
Good God, Knight, make it fast.
Now, I know that this is my opportunity to photocopy the file.
Let me see that file again. Just want to check this machine here.
So stealthy. So stealthy. We'll ignore the fact that it's also so loud. Okay, so this is my copy. This is the original file. Original file. Go back. And I believe...
There's a temperature gauge on the wall near Mosley's office. It's in a locked cage. They must be concerned about the budget.
Would you just get in here?
Checks his hair in the one-way mirror there.
Hurry up, would you?
Okay, ready.
Thanks, hon. Let me know when you got it developed. The photos, that is.
Jeez,
Yeah,
Mosley. You are a walking human resources issue.
Gabriel has a...
Can I show you anything?
I have that photo of you graduating from the police academy.
Yeah, my mom loved that one.
What do you have to say about my...
I picked up this scale at Lake Pontchartrain.
Really? Wow, that's a great idea for the book. Me endangering my life investigating at a snake-infested lake. We don't have to mention that it's probably from a harmless local water snake.
All right, this isn't really the best spot to stop, but my throat is starting to give out because, as I mentioned earlier, I'm getting over bronchitis. Yay! So I'm going to save. What should I call this one? Mostly. And let's see if I can find someone to raid out to. 'Cause I haven't been able to do that in a few weeks. I'm not going to know anyone who's online at this time because this is usually sleepy time for me. But let's see what I can find. Does anybody have anyone that they might recommend? Oh, hey! Jackie Sar is actually also playing Gabriel Knight. Let's go visit her. So this is her first playthrough. So be nice. No spoilers for her. And we'll go see her. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful day. I will be back this weekend, Sunday night to Monday morning, midnight Eastern Standard Time. I will be back from King's Quest 2. Have a good one. Bye.